Let's stop. Let's just stop, Grandma. Oh.
The Hughes tribe's been here since the very beginning. There was only 2 families here. And the Hughes tribe come here. And they've been here ever since. Some of them.
Okay. Now, Verde, good. It works. Verde, no, you want to start your questions, and then you might have to.
What's the first memories you have? What are the first?
Hughes.
How far back can you remember about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm not going to tell them a lot of history now.
Now, come on, Grandma. Tell them about when you was little kids. What did you have to do?
I'd have to do. I'd do like every kid does. I'd remind my parents to get my hind end blistered. Let me too.
So what would your parents tell you to do so that you wouldn't get your hind end blistered?
Well, my mother told me to do something. That we didn't have any doctors and nurses. But my mother was pretty good at doctoring. And her name was Lydia. But it was everybody called her Aunt Lyd. They didn't know her by Lydia. Aunt Lyd, come quick, come quick. Alf or Jack or somebody's killed herself. Well, that's a little son of a bitch killed herself, she'd say. Because I get rid of him. And then she'd turn to me now. I'll blister your little hind end if you let one of these kids get hurt. And she was really rough-spoken. But she was really the only one that could do any doctoring or anything.
And so what would you do? What were some of the things that you did that you had to, what were some of your chores? What were some of the ways that you played? Those sorts of things.
Well, I could get into more mischief than Carter's got liver pills. Every time my mother would turn her back, she'd tell me she's going to blister me behind if I let one of the kids get hurt. Well, heck, I was nothing but a little kid, and I liked getting mischief just as well as the rest of them did.
What kind of mischief would you get into?
Oh, just do anything that would cause a little trouble.
Such as?
Like turning the milk out on feeding the cats and dogs and things in milk, so they wouldn't have to drink it, we'd say.
So they wouldn't have to drink what?
So she wouldn't have to drink the milk.
So you wouldn't have to drink the milk.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have to drink the milk.
Okay, what else?
Just like any other tribe, they just keep doing things and growing, and Mesquite keep growing. Pretty soon here we're stretched out across the nation. I don't know what we'll be next.
Tell them about when you was a little girl and you had to ride the horses across the river to church.
Oh boy, that was...
Where were you living then, in Mesquite?
That was scary to have to ride that darn horse to go to church.
Where did you go to church?
We went to church in
Bunkerville.
Oh, we had to go over to Bunkerville then.
What year are we talking about? About what year?
How old were you?
How old was you when you had to go to Bunkerville to church?
Just as soon as I was old enough to walk. I had to go with my parents.
Did you ever think Mesquite would be like it is today?
Huh?
Did you ever think Mesquite would be like it is today?
No, we didn't. All it was some of the Hughes tribe here. And a few of the bunkers.
So when you rode the horse across, did the whole family have a separate horse, or did you have to share your horse with someone, or?
Oh yeah, we always had to share.
So there were 2 or 3 of you on the horse?
But Grandma, you went in the wagon.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we'd go in the wagon.
Okay. So you didn't ride the horse, you rode over in the wagon.
They,
Okay.
But the water would be up to the, tell them about the water.
well, the water would be up and running the wagon box. Scared the tar out of us.
Did you learn how to swim that way?
No, I never learned how to swim.
Okay.
I said I was going to drown before I learned how to swim. I didn't die.
What?
Didn't die.
Didn't you what?
Say I was going to drown before I learned how to swim.
You probably did.
What important things happened in your lifetime as far as the town is concerned?
Like me,
Like maybe when the dam was put in.
Do you remember when the dam was put in?
yes.
What happened?
Oh, big flood came down and washed it out.
Of times. What about the permanent dam?
But
Do you remember when they put the big dam in so it didn't get washed away?
oh, no, I don't. I don't remember him doing it. I don't remember what year it was.
It was in the 50s.
In the
She'd have been 50 was her grandma.
What about when they got a hospital here?
Do you remember when they got the hospital here?
Yeah. I don't remember the date and things, but I remember him getting it.
Did you use it?
And well, that's a heck of a question. That's somebody who spends practically their life in cotton picking hospital or somewhere.
I guess you did use it, huh? You and Grandpa, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was your mom still alive when the hospital was built?
Yes, my mother, no.
Okay.
They built the hospital after she passed away.
Well, actually, when the museum, when the library, then the hospital was built.
Her mother died when she was 9.
Okay. No, she.
They, my mother was practically all the doctor that they had.
Yeah, you said that, and that's why I was wondering if she was still and how she felt about it.
Yeah, she was. Grandma only went to school till 3rd grade because
Her older sister
but she was already married.
already married. She lived up on the Lynch Ranch, and that seemed like a long ways away.
I'm sorry, where?
On the Lynch Ranch. we
Okay,
called
just
it.
up on the hill,
Mm-hmm.
where the high school is now.
Long ways away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you living? Where was your farm? Was a farm? Do you had a farm?
Right here where we are.
Okay.
Their house was where the lube is.
When she was a child.
She was born in a tent where City
was born in a tent where City Hall sits today, and her residence was where the current lube is on corner of Arrowhead.
My gosh, it's got to be at least 2 miles up there, right?
Yep.
To Lynch Hill, right?
Well,
I guess on a day like today, walking up the 2 miles might have been a little.
yeah, it's hot, but when we couldn't afford shoes to put on our feet, we'd have to put some kind of heavy socks or something on so it wouldn't burn our feet, because we didn't have cars and things like we do today.
After she remembers when first came.
Do you remember when the first car came into town?
Oh, heavens to Betsy. You thought the end of the earth would come.
You thought what? The end of the earth?
Yeah. When the first,
Because of the noise?
the noise it made, and because it'd go without horses, and
But it had horsepower, but would go without horses.
Just a
right?
miracle, huh?
it was a miracle, all right. There's people in Mesquite.
When did you get your first car? How old were you? And about when? Ever learned to drive one?
No. I didn't have time to drive a car.
Say that?
Yep. That she didn't have time to drive a
No,
car.
I said, I'm looking around here saying, they're probably looking, but you have a driver's license yet? But you're looking forward to when you get one, right? Okay. Times have changed. They have plenty of time to spend in cars and are looking, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, hold on a second.
Did you ever go to St. George in Tina Wagon?
Yes. We went to St. George if anybody was real serious or anything, they'd call St. George and tell them they was bringing them and to come out and meet them and
They'd call?
take them.
When did the telephones come to Mesquite? I thought the telephones came after the horse and wagon.
We still had the horse and wagon all the time until just the last year or two, but we still had cars too. When cars come, all that was, everybody in town I think was out to see the cars when the first car came in town. It was exciting to have something that could go without having horses hooked to it. We thought that was just about the end of the earth.
Which means good. The end of the earth means to you the best thing that could happen, right? What's the expression today for the end of the earth?
What water problems did you have when you were young?
We had to dip up water out of the ditch. We didn't have no taps and things there.
Did you get virgin bloat?
Get what?
Virgin bloat.
Well, I think so. That's what we called it.
What was virgin bloat?
Just drinking the water out of the ditch.
You're getting a fat belly?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get a fat one without even trying
Did it hurt?
to drink the water.
No, your tummy when it bloated.
Didn't make any difference. Had to drink it or die with wanting a drink.
So you didn't think about it.
Didn't even think about it.
That's the best way. That's one of the best ways to approach health, period.
Yeah, I think it is.
You know, when people ask me, how do you stand the heat, I just never ask what the temperature is.
Well, we knew what the temperature was. We think we was going to die. It was too hot to suit us or too cold, too this or that.
How did you keep cool when it was so hot? And you didn't have air conditioners?
So they made homemade things like cupboards or something, you know, put water on them. To,
Yeah, wrap yourself in a wet something or other.
Didn't you wrap yourself or wet the sheets and let the wind blow through them to cool you that night?
yeah,
How many brothers and sisters did you?
I had 2 brothers,
What's their names?
Brent Milton Hughes and Albridge Hughes,
And then you had one sister.
one sister,
No. Grandma, you had 3 sisters.
3 sisters.
Yeah.
So there were 6 of you.
Oh, 10 tribes, huh?
Did you share bedrooms?
Well,
Shares this.
we just shared the bed with whoever we had to. If we didn't, we wanted to go to bed and the rest of them were ready to go to bed, we'd go call on the first bed that we come to.
She also has a half-brother that's still alive.
I get some anecdotes. I don't know.
Is it
some of
still
it.
in Verde?
I just want to know how she felt today about things.
I take her,
Sorry.
I take her for a walk, you know, and she says, you never believe. The guy that said Mesquite would blossom like a rose.
But
The man that said Mesquite would blossom like a rose.
people, there were too many people coming at first. All of us was the Hugheses at first. And then finally other people started to come, and pretty soon we told them they blossomed out there like roses.
Did they look like roses?
No.
She said a general authority came down and talked to Mesquite would blossom.
Desert, I'm sorry. Oh, any desert you walk into is going to blossom. And if you get the right amount of rain in the spring, it does. Excepting you're more likely to get
It used to rain.
poppies. Yeah.
Did you ever expect to live to be 100 years old?
No, I didn't.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like I haven't done what I'm supposed to do yet. I got something I got to do, but I don't know what it is.
Or you haven't figured it out? Do you think you're going to live long enough until you figure it out and get it done?
I hope so.
Okay.
If I do, whichever place I go to, hell or heaven, that'll be the first thing they'll ask me if I've done all I could do here. And if I tell them no, then they'd say, well, we got no room for you here then. So that would be...
So you don't have a checklist that you come up with every day about what maybe you should have done?
That's what I should have done. Then I'd have been a whole lot smarter than I am today about it.
So what are some of the things that on your checklist that you think about once in a while?
Well, I'm not forgetting the peddling my behind got. And I didn't take care of the kids like I was supposed to, I'll tell you.
Okay, now does she get to take care of you so that she's tamed?
She worries about the front door slamming a lot.
Okay, that's good.
She gets after the kids because they slam the front door.
Okay. All right, so but when they do good things, do you also give them a big hug?
I'd offer them something. I'd tell them I'd give them some candy, or I'd give them something, you know. When we made candy, I'd give them an extra piece of candy or something if they'd be real good for me.
Okay, so what are some of the other things you don't think that you've done? What else is on your checklist till you get it done?
But I didn't do. Well,
What do you got to do before you can die, Grandma?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to do before you can die?
Well, I got to get my genealogy straightened up for it and die.
You've only been working on that for how many years?
Well, I'll be working on it all my life.
Well, it's with the size of the Hughes family, it's going to be an endless job.
Yes, it will. It just continually.
Do you have a copy of the genealogy here at the museum? No. That's a constant job, so you're never going to die. Looking forward to that.
She's going to live here and keep me on the straight and narrow, don't you, Grandma?
I tell him I'll never die, because I'm not good enough to go to heaven, and old Satan won't let me down there because he'll be afraid I'll be bossing him. So I have to live as long as I can live, and then I hope I go to heaven, because I don't want to go to hell. And I don't want old Satan after me.
That's the oldest I've heard of someone lived it. I don't remember. 130? Do you want to live to be 130?
130?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wouldn't quite do it, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Anything else on your checklist about what you need to do?
You straighten some kids up around here.
I get the feeling you've been saying that your whole life. Am I wrong on that one?
What did she say?
I need to straighten some kids up around here.
What?
How about it, Grandma? You think you can straighten them up? How about it?
Stand up and let me say straight you are.
Well, I was a kid once.
Were you? You got to be a mama fast because you had to take
Yes,
over.
I
You were
had
9?
to.
Yeah. You were 9 when your mom died?
Sure, but I think Reggie didn't ever have a heart.
And how old I am.
No, she
She was
I
trying
tell
to-
them I'm old enough to sleep alone, that's all I care.
Do you still make quilts?
Huh?
You still sew quilts?
Oh, yeah. That's just a little hobby I got.
But do you still make them, Grandma?
Enough to brag about.
The answer, Bert, is no.
You have some of her quilts.
Saying that you had a treadle sewing machine that you used all the time until you moved here, until you moved in with your daughter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a good job.
I paddle her, I do. She don't get busy and get her some quilts made.
How hard do you paddle?
Well, pretty hard. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sometimes I just give them some light taps.
And just like some
They
light.
think they're getting beat to death.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay.
They're going to tell on me.
Okay.
Those things.
But look at the detail. I'm going to pay attention to detail.
Yes, I was a little rebellious.
I'm
Oh, in
picking
her
that up-
family?
I'm picking that up from her.
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
her daughter?
No,
Your
I'm
daughter-in-law.
her grandson's wife, so I'm her.
You didn't hear that from her.
No, I was in Mickelson. Actually,
Okay.
my
She's my boss. And I'll tell you, she bosses too.
Like, come on, we're going to go for a walk.
Yeah, she won't let me go for a walk unless
Well, come on, you get to ride in the chair.
she just makes me do what she wants me to do.
come on, Grandma, you gotta have bath.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's done good. I don't know what I'd do without her.
I should say. Well, what advice do you have to leave to the world, your family and the world?
My kids, if they live the way they're supposed to live, they'll be an example for the world to look at. You know, but if you're going to do everything that you think you want to do and all this and that, then you won't accomplish many heights and things. My mother used to be a nurse. She wasn't a trained nurse. She was just handy at nursing. And her name was Lydia. And they'd call her Lyd. And they'd come quick, and they'd come quick. Alfred or somebody's shoulder so. Well, let the little son of a bitch kill himself if we don't know any better, she'd say, and then she'd turn to me, I'll blister your little hind end if you let one of these kids get hurt. And she'd take off.
And then where she'd go. So what were some of the important things that were in your, that you did?
That I done?
Mm-hmm. Do you feel important?
Get into mischief, I guess.
Okay.
Grandma, didn't you like it when you helped Grandpa build his house?
Got him do what?
When you and Grandpa Hughes built the house down there?
Oh, well, I had to work on the house. Work like a man, building the house. Heck, I don't know how many I had. Had too many to count them.
You had Lydia and Verde and Darlene and Farrell.
Isn't that another mess of them?
6?
She had like 2 families. The first 3.
I'm going to touch that in terms of what happens when you go. She has some privacy with her husband again.
She got.
Talking about my youngsters that's dead and gone.
I'm sensitive.
How she provided.
Grandma, did you teach Mary in Sunday school and stuff?
Yes. I worked in everything. We had to.
Did you used to take the kids to the temple to do baptisms?
Yes.
How long did that take to get to the temple?
It'd take us 2 or 3 days.
You're talking about St. George?
Uh-huh.
We'd have to go with a team and wagon so you can see how long it would take us to go.
And did you stay at the Indian reservation?
Oh, that used to scare the tar out of me. Yeah, we'd stop at the Indian reservation. We'd have to stop there and camp. And they'd stop there, just about scared the daylights out of me. And those Indians never did do any harm to us or anything. It was just because there was, I guess, called Indians, I don't know. What scared me so bad. But I was scared death when we stopped at the Indian reservation at night. Sleep, they just wrote the wind on as far as that was concerned. But of course, all the sea we had was steam and wagon.
About what year are we talking? How old were you then? How old were you?
I was just a little young girl, just a little teenager.
And you still did team and wagons to St. George when you were a teenager?
We had to go. That's the only way we had to go. Oh, the first car that came into Mesquite, everybody was out to see that car. That was something out of this world.
Yeah. That's when you were a teenager. That was about making you younger. I'm making you younger than you are.
Make me younger than I am. I don't want to live my life over.
Okay.
Have any old pictures, family pictures, or anything that should be at the museum?
There may be some in some of the boxes. I got boxes of stuff. They run like it's a ball.
Yeah, she likes looking at
Good exercise.
Good exercise.
Take her in here and she doesn't like it. She wants to be out here. She wants to see what's going on.
My mother was quite mean about swearing.
But she was a good Mormon?
Yes, she was a good one. She,
Then tell him your dad never said a swear word.
I don't think he ever said a swear word in his life. My dad.
Your mom got to do it all.
She done it all. And she was always going to blister my little hind end when the kids get hurt while she was off doctoring.
That's about the only thing she
Then they'd come and holler, Aunt Meg, come quick, Aunt Meg, come quick. Somebody's killed herself, and she says, no, let the little son of a bitch kill herself. We don't know any better.
I think I've heard that story 3 times today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm teasing you. There's certain things.
All kinds of stories about me, and I don't know what they're telling.
I said, you don't ever talk about being married to Vic. Being married to Vic?
Of course they do.
He was sick a lot, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So she
You got to take after your mother. You got to be a doctor.
Well, I wasn't exactly like my mother. My mother was, she doctored everybody and everything that come along, but I don't.
You just doctored your husband, huh? And your children.
Mm-hmm. Right, and tell them off if they don't do what I tell them.
He cut off and he'd get out in the garden and help pull.
Did, plenty.
Sometimes she didn't get him in the lawn.
How long?
I know exactly.
In Mesquite all my life.
Part of it and part of it from Verde.
Never. Now don't we just want to go out?
It's changed, hasn't it?
It's right.
Verde had 12 kids, so 6 is 6 is nothing.
My mom had 9.
You still have that.
Verde's had all of her questions answered. But she had it to your big file over at the museum.
I've lived here.
Couple of years, huh?
Mm-hmm.
199.
She made us some books.
99 this
That might
year,
be
huh?
what it is. I need to look.
100 next year.
100 on the
next year.
27th of January. We've got 4 months to go.
Gonna have a big celebration?
Carol, her son's they're trying to plan a party. One son that's died already.
I let my kids do the work for me now.
You earned it.
November 2nd.
And boss them around a little bit.
Drive bus again?
And they boss you around. You sort of, it sounds like teamwork to me.
I never heard my dad ever say a swear word in his
It's
life.
got a short in it, so it's hard
He
to
just let a little whistle out of him. Oh, by Jingle or by Joe. Go on about his work as I'm concerned. But not my mother. Oh, my mother swear things. And
Do you swear?
she,
Do you swear?
oh yeah, I swear.
What's your favorite swear word?
Hell.
Oh, that's a really bad one.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go to hell.
Okay.
I don't want to try to
You
both
think, you
things.
think if you keep saying it, that's where you're going to go,
Oh.
huh?
I don't want to join things.
Okay. Verde, are you, anything else? Verde's through with her questions. Thanks. We'll fill it in. And we're going to definitely make sure that it's recorded that your favorite swear word is hell.